Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Brothers Whimm podcast. I am joined by my brother, and I am Ian, and this is Matthew, and a co-host and the podcast.
And we're doing a podcast today.
How am I doing, Matthew?
So far, 10 out of 10. Let's keep this rolling
Oh my gosh.
the Mario movie.
Oh, wow, we're starting out.
May as well go right into it. What else do we have?
I don't know. So I don't know much about the Mario movie, but I saw last night that there are some funny voice actors. So I think it's an animated movie. I'm like 95% sure it's animated because it'd be very funny. Yeah. Okay.
I've heard, though, Ian told me to specifically stay off Twitter, stay off things that could spoil it for me. I saw a YouTuber make a video on it. I didn't watch it.
Good.
So he told me to specifically stay away, but from the things I saw, these are voice actors. They're not actually like, what's it called? It's not IRL. What is it called when a movie is...
live action?
Live action, yeah. Like, what's it called when a movie is real?
You imagine if you're a script producer or like a producer in Hollywood and someone comes at you, they're like, we're filming this movie. It's IRL. And you're like, oh.
Yeah, it's IRL. What do they call it then?
Yeah, it's a IRL movie.
It's live action. Don't you know that? Who calls it that?
But Mario movie live action would be...
terrifying.
They did that, didn't it, in the 90s?
Yeah, well, that was a TV show, I think.
Are you sure? They did an animated TV show.
I'm kind of certain it was an actual TV show because they had like.
I'm pretty positive it was a movie.
I thought it was a sitcom type show.
I got owned by my students today because I said Jurassic Park came out in 1992, and someone said that was wrong. And I was like, no, that's right.
How does a seventh grader know when it came? I don't even know when that.
They didn't say any. They didn't say correction.
Oh, okay.
They just said they're like that's probably wrong, and I was like, I'm pretty sure I was right, and it was 93.
Oh,
and
okay.
That one felt vindicated. I was like, well, you took the spread on that one. You took the. You know, it's like, I bet this person will win MVP. And it's like, well, then my bet is everyone else will win MVP.
Pick a number 1 out of 100. 7. I bet it's not that.
Yeah, right? It's like, you got good odds there. So, yeah.
Well, you got 99 and 100
Yeah,
chance.
they're like 1 in
wrong.
like 10 odds. Or I had 1 in 10 odds. They had like 9 in 10 odds, and I was annoyed.
Yeah.
I was like, shut up.
They played you.
What were we talking about? Mario movie.
Yes.
So the new Mario movie is coming out, I think, next year. Holidays of 2022, I believe the poster said. And the voice actors for it are a little silly, if you ask me. So you've seen one confirmed correct.
One confirmed correct, and I know what character they voice.
Let me hear that one.
I'm okay. I'm gonna say this with certainty, and if I'm wrong, I'm gonna look like a fool. Chris Pratt is voicing Mario.
Yes.
Which I think is funny, and
awesome.
I think it's
a good.
It's a little wild.
It's a good taste test to get you ready for the rest of the actors in this movie.
And I've seen one other one that is not confirmed, and I have no clue if it was a joke because I've seen jokes about.
I think I know who you're talking about,
direct.
but we'll get there.
Okay,
we'll get there because I wanna play a game with you.
Okay.
Now there are like, I think like 9 or 10 confirmed voice actors already linked to this as different lovable characters from this game.
All notable.
Actually no. Some of them are surprisingly like, who is this? So
Josh Gad.
That's fun. Oh, you mean the actors or the
voice actors?
Oh, I thought you meant the characters in Mario.
No.
Not all of them are main characters. Some of them are like you know,
Birdo.
I want to. Yeah, like honestly,
Is
like
Birdo
we'll find out. So I want to.
That's Amy Schumer.
What did you nail that one?
It's on there.
That's a good part of this game. We should like I'll say the character and I'll say who's voicing them.
I'll give one guess. I don't know
we'll
what
say who should actually voice for them. This is like the Sonic bit we did before. So I want to. I'm just gonna say a real person, an actor, and a Mario character, and you have to tell me if that's actually in the movie or if that's a lie.
Okay, I like this one because I've already been questioning everything I've seen on Twitter. From the limited amount I've seen, I've already been questioning if it was real or not. So
I'm going to go through these. Oh shoot, I forgot to do timestamps already. A little behind the scene action there.
It's not that far in.
Yeah, right. So let me get to my photos because I saved the pictures of the actual ones and the fake ones. Okay.
Okay.
So
you made photos of the fake ones?
No, there was on Twitter. No, like people had like funny castings. I was like, that person would be good for that, and I like I'll have to show you it afterwards because I wrote like I took a picture. I like went online and found like a character, and I wrote the actor's name. I was like, this is a good fake one.
This is good.
It'll make you laugh. All right.
All right.
So let's go ahead and get into the first one. We are going to do. So you know Chris Pratt's Mario.
Yes.
The person who's playing Luigi is Charlie Day.
That's a good one because he's got the voice. But I want to say that one's true.
Final answer?
Final answer.
That is correct.
I like that cast.
Charlie Day is playing Luigi in this movie.
I think it's hilarious. Charlie Day and Chris Pratt as the two stars is funny already.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
So, I mean, knocked it out of the park so far.
It's good, 1 for 1. This is not like, it's not gonna be an organized game. So I just thought of a good thing to do. The next one, Jack Black is playing Wario.
No.
You don't think so?
No. I think it's possible,
yeah?
but I'm gonna say that's your final answer.
Okay, that is correct.
I'm correct.
You're correct. That is false.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it seems likely, and he has just enough voice, but I feel like Danny DeVito or I'm trying to think of somebody like even Gilbert Godfrey playing him or something like that. Like somebody with a really distinct, weird voice has to play Wario.
Yeah. That's a good thought. That's a good call. Okay, next one.
Are you gonna tell me who it actually is, or is that later?
No, because I have a. We'll get into it. Okay.
Okay.
Ron Perlman, this is famous for Hellboy, is playing Bowser.
I could see the voice, but I could also see almost anybody else playing Bowser.
No.
So that one's kind of tough. I might say that one's false as well.
That is correct.
All right.
Jack Black is playing Bowser,
Jack Black
which is why.
What?
Yeah,
okay,
right?
well I would not have picked Jack Black.
I wish I would have told you that one. I would have
gone. Yeah, I would have gone with like a Johnny Cash type voice, like a I don't even know what's his name. Nick Offerman. I think he'd be a decent.
That's
he'd
pretty
be
good.
He'd be a weird Bowser because you'd hear his voice and be like, "Why is he talking?"
Can you imagine him not doing an impression at all and just doing his Ron Swanson voice?
I wanted to call him Ron Swanson. That's why I couldn't think of what his name was. I was like, I know this guy's name.
All right, next one. Good job so far. I think you're perfect. I
am.
Seth Rogen is playing Donkey Kong.
That one has to be true because that's really good. That's either a really good fake or they got the casting on the head. So I'm going to say that's true.
It is true.
All right, I like that one a lot. Careful with leaning
awesome.
on this.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Shaking the camera.
Yeah. Oh, no.
For all of our visual listeners.
Yeah, visual listeners. Yes, that is correct.
I like
Donkey
that
Kong
casting.
because being played by Seth Rogen.
All I'm doing is the second you give me the name, I'm just imagining that person speaking for the character, which is obviously what they're going to be doing. But when I imagined Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong, I was like, he could play Donkey Kong, Diddy Kong, Birdo, for all I care, even though Birdo's female, like anybody in that show.
That's good. That's good.
He could play Mario.
Yeah.
He probably could. I think Chris Pratt's a little... I can't imagine him being Mario. Is the only
thing. Neither can I.
That's the weird thing.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I bet it's gonna be awful or the best. You know.
Yeah,
that's kind of the way it's gonna go.
I think everyone else so far has been great.
Yeah.
Charlie Day's Luigi is really good.
It's gonna be so weird. Are they gonna do impressions or is it gonna be their voice?
Can you imagine?
If I'm hearing Charlie do Luigi,
it's always Sunny Luigi.
Yeah, right. My next one is Anya Taylor-Joy, who's famous from Queen's Gambit. Yeah, she does chess.
She does chess.
Is playing Princess Peach.
I don't know her voice. I didn't see the Queen's Gambit. I only know what she looks like, and I've seen a few other movies. Like, haven't seen, but I've seen trailers for other movies she's been in, so... I don't know about that one. That one could be true, but I'm going to say it's false.
Incorrect. Anya Taylor-Joy is playing Princess Peach.
Yeah, I could see that one being correct.
Yeah.
I don't know her voice, but...
Yeah, I mean, Princess Peach feels like an easy one to be like, just like
anybody could
high-pitched voice.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, hi, Mario. Yeah, like we could be.
Seth Rogen could be Princess Peach.
The next one I got.
That would be funny.
Is Steve Buscemi as Dry Bowser.
Why is Dry Bowser in the movie?
I don't know, man.
I don't even Dry Bowser.
I told you there are some weird characters in this movie.
Yeah,
already cast.
that is weird.
Or
because Dry Bowser doesn't talk, so
you'd be surprised at some of these castings then.
Dry Bones.
There's like 3 characters that talk in Mario. Honestly, like Bowser doesn't talk either. He goes, and then they put subtitles down there.
But
Mario barely talks. I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Chris Pratt could do that.
What if that's dialogue?
That's just
right,
it.
Steve
it's just
Buscemi
silent otherwise.
As Dry Bowser.
I'm gonna go with yes, because he seems like a logical casting for that, but that one could be wrong. But I'll give it a true.
It is false. Steve Buscemi is not playing Dry Bowser. I think Dry Bowser's showing. Well, he might show up, but he hasn't been cast.
Oh my god! So there's nobody. All right.
No, yeah. So I'm gonna do that too. All right, my next one.
Yes.
Tom Holland, famous of Spider-Man. You know that stuff.
That guy.
He's playing Diddy Kong.
Man, that's a really good fake, but I think it's wrong. I think it's false because
It's too perfect.
They can't afford him. Yeah.
Yeah. Look, this is what I was talking about. I couldn't find. If you're watching at home, I took a picture of Diddy Kong and wrote Tom Holland in big letters on it because I was like, that's perfect.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's too high budget with the cast they've already got.
Yeah.
They're getting the top of B list right now. Like every top B-list.
Is there an A-lister yet?
No.
No.
Chris Pratt's not A-list. I mean,
I wouldn't say so anymore.
No.
Yeah.
And Jack Black's like C-list now technically.
Oh, that's sad.
It is sad. I don't know. He was probably only ever B-list, top of B-list, like Kung Fu Panda era. So
that's your peak,
That's really his peak.
That was good.
There were a lot of other movies, to be fair. But...
School of Rock, which we'll talk about later. Jared Leto as PD Piranha.
I hope not. Let's say that one's false just for the sake of I don't want that to happen.
It's false.
Okay.
But that would be very funny. All right.
I like the PD Piranha pool, by the way.
The PD Piranha pool?
Yeah.
Like pooling it.
Right.
Yeah.
As a character.
Keegan Michael Key as Toad.
Who's that?
Key and Peele.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. As Toad? That's hilarious. I'm going to say... Man, I just thought of the other guy I've seen, and I haven't heard him yet. Haven't heard his name yet.
Oh, really?
So it could be somebody who we are... Like a character we've already talked about, and it was true.
Yeah.
So I think it is true.
That is true. Keegan Michael Key is playing Toad. Is that what you're saying?
No, that was that was on the other thing. But
were you going to say that?
I was going to lean towards true because I don't think the guy I was thinking of was actually going to voice Toad.
Yeah,
I think he has a more main part.
Keegan Michael Key is playing Toad, which is... He did Toy Story. He was one of the stuffed animals in that.
I like it only because to be Toad, you'd have to be a comedian. I feel like a true comedian.
Yeah, that's fair.
Otherwise, you're just like, why is Nick Offerman trying to play Toad?
That's fair.
It doesn't make sense.
All right, another one. Oh, we'll wrap it up soon. Don't worry.
Yes.
The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson as a Thwomp.
I mean, that's too perfect, so no.
Nah. Oh man,
Plus,
I was really hoping you get it. Yeah. Whatever. I was really hoping you do that one.
I'm using logic.
Okay. We'll do a couple more because I got some ones in here that are going to shock you.
I like this segment.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. Amy Poehler as Rosalia from Super Mario Galaxy games.
I like this one. This one's tough because she kind of looks like Rosalia. I'm trying to imagine her voice. Yeah. I think that one's true.
No, it's not.
It's not? That's a good one.
Yeah. This one. So what a lot of these I found online because there was like it was started with the PD Piranha Jared Leto tweet where it says the Mario cast is so unhinged you could literally just put any actor's picture next to a character from the series and I believe it was real. And then I saw a bunch of these that made me laugh. I'll do one more. I think I got another good one in here somewhere. Okay. Wendy Williams. Do you know who that is?
Give me a movie.
She's a talk show host. During the daytime. She's very eccentric. I have a picture of her.
I was gonna say I'm like, no clue.
She's very loud and boisterous.
Kind of.
She's playing Birdo.
It is Birdo.
That's my last one. Birdo, popularly is Yoshi's girlfriend, I think. Is that canon, or is that just they hang out together?
They're the same species for sure. Well,
she's got a snoot.
Yeah,
he's got a snout.
Yeah, but it's still, I think it's the same thing. But I don't know about that one. I'm gonna say yes because I don't know who else would be Birdo. You're not gonna cast, Scarlett Johansson is Birdo. That's a waste.
You like 3 speaking lines, yeah.
$50 million.
That would be something Scarlett Johansson would do, though. Yeah, right. Yeah, just sue Nintendo. Just really hitting the heavy hitters in the lawsuit game.
You never win.
Wendy Williams is not playing Birdo. I don't think anyone's playing Birdo.
Birdo better be in
when I said that, I was like, I didn't say Yoshi because I didn't give away Yoshi.
But Yoshi would never speak in the movie.
Birdo doesn't speak in the movie.
That's fair, but
yeah, Yoshi's just a guy. He's hanging out.
I could see some sleeper talkers in the Mario movie where characters that never talked before would just talk.
Yeah.
So
this was it was weird, obviously. But I didn't say a lot of the ones that were already named because I didn't think you knew them. But Fred Armisen is Cranky Kong, and I'm like, why did they cast Cranky Kong first? And why do they care? This is a real one right here.
Before you go on, let me ask you: is Eric Andre in the movie?
Mm-mm.
He's not. So that was
No.
a joke.
Oh, who said that? What was that for?
It was retweeted by Eric Andre.
Oh, yeah?
And I saw it and I was like,
Who was he playing?
I have no clue.
Waluigi.
That's
I
the
should have
one
said
had
Eric
no
Andre
clue.
as Waluigi.
Yes, yeah, that would have
Because I saw Waluigi
literally,
and I'm like, who would be Waluigi? Eric Andre would have been.
Yeah, you texted me and you were like, we're doing a game show on the Mario movie. He's like, don't look at anything. And I had already seen Eric Andre, and then right before I saw that, I saw Chris Pratt on Twitter.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, Chris Pratt is Mario, and Eric Andre is something. Mm-hmm. I'm like, or is that a fake? Because people could be doing jokes about this.
Yes.
I saw another one where a popular streamer, Germa. That's why I got him.
Oh, okay. That was
popular streamer Germa had a mugshot with like the little text box that came up in the bottom right for all the actors in the direct, and it was like Germa Mario, and he's just standing there straight faced. Very funny. So I was like, oh, people could just be doing jokes.
Yeah, memeing on it.
And Eric Andre would be a really good joke.
Yeah.
And then you said Charlie Day, and I was like, Eric Andre could be in
there. Yeah, they were pulling a lot of people, but like also like who else did they have? Like these people I don't know. Like Kevin Michael Richardson is Kamek.
Kamek.
The one who like the Magic Witch. Who casts things, wow. The PlayStation symbols. Yeah. And then Sebastian Maniscalco is Spike. Who I think
Spike is the
he's
guy
that big football guy.
No, he spits up the ball, like the spiky ball, and then he like shoots. It's not a piranha plant, but it's like a
these little green guy, little frog looking
like
dude,
thick Koopa.
I think I know who you're talking about.
And he goes like that. He's in the Super Mario Bros. 3 game.
Yeah, but
they shoot up.
I was thinking of Charge and Chuck there, if anybody was wondering.
It is Charge and Chuck that you were thinking of.
Yeah, Dwayne Johnson's playing Charge and Chuck.
Yes, yeah.
And then this guy Charles Martinet is playing a mystery character.
Okay, that's not really an announcement.
No, that's why. Yeah, I think that would have been not good for the game. So, it's quite interesting. That's funny.
Sorry, I was showing Ian the
Germa thing. Yeah. There's Eric Andre. What is it?
Gino.
No way.
I have no clue.
What does it say?
Gino.
I really don't know who Gino is.
A streamer I watch like that one. So.
Anyway,
that makes sense.
Podcasting. Yes, that was an ironic statement. Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting movie. Do you think it's gonna be good?
No, yeah. but I feel like there could be really good performances from it. It's kind of like the Sonic movie. I know people didn't say it was a good movie, but people were good. Like Jim Carrey was apparently super good in that movie.
I can imagine he was a good.
So like I have a feeling it's going to be.
What's the villain of Sonic? Eggsworth or something?
Dr. Eggman.
Dr. Eggman. That's
Jim Carrey.
Yeah, no, but I couldn't. I was like, I cut off because I was like, Jim Carrey was a good.
Egg guy.
He was a good egg.
Also, I think it's Dr. Robotnik too. I don't know if that's a different villain or the same guy.
I think I don't know.
We were trying to have this argument
Sonic Lore
somewhere. I forget who I was talking.
Yeah, it wasn't me.
But
I don't get
we were like,
Sonic
is Eggman the same as Robotnik? And we were like, we have no idea. We never played Sonic.
It's like a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde kind of situation. Dr. Robotnik, you don't know that?
What are you talking about? You spoke a foreign language.
Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. It's a classic literature thing.
Oh no!
It's a book called the Curious Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. The first part might be wrong, but like it's a schizophrenic guy who like is a doctor in his normal time, and then he kills people. I think at night. I think that's right. I've never read it, but I know the reference to it.
Yeah, I've never even heard of that.
It's like a case of being two different people, schizophrenic, bipolar disorder. So
that reminds me of a little bit off topic of a Barstool trivia show I was watching.
Yeah.
Where shout out Big Cat and the Yak, and another team was trying to. They had a bonus round where you had to name the top 25 best-selling book series, and they named like 2. And I was like, I can't even name another one.
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter was one. Yeah, give me a couple more. I'll tell you if they were on the list.
Song of Ice and Fire. Game of Thrones. Really?
Game of Thrones was not on there. 90% sure it was not. It is hard.
That's really hard. I was like, oh, they just don't read books.
No, Twilight was on there.
That makes sense. Oh, 50 Shades of Grey.
50 Shades of Grey was on there. That's number 1,
cool.
I think. Trying to think of other ones that were actually on there, but they're hard.
Hunger Games.
No,
what?
Was not on there. They guessed
kidding.
That too.
That's crazy. There's
hard.
There's
so many that are not on there. Like
book series or just like
series.
Wow, the Bible.
Yeah. They guessed the Bible too. That was their first guess. The other team's first.
It's a series of books. There's 66 books in there.
Technically, yeah. And then they were like, it doesn't.
Whatever. That's crazy. I cannot believe that. We should.
Very hard.
You should get that for me next week, and I'll try to do
a bonus round from Barstool Trivia and
either this week or next week if we have time.
I can do that. I just won't.
We could do it next week.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to think of how I could also participate, but I'll do it to you.
We didn't acknowledge this, by the way, but we didn't have an episode last week, so sorry.
Yes,
but
I meant to tell you to acknowledge that, but I even forgot.
We've been crazy, but that's how busy we are. We forgot to mention that we forgot to do a podcast.
Yeah, we're just trying to
week.
get this over with so I can get homework done. And
do you have a free? Yeah, we both have homework tonight. We're both in school. We're like, do you have an extra hour tonight so we can record a podcast? So that's how much we care about you guys and getting good content out there, like playing Mario games.
Yeah, talking about Mario movie.
All right, the big thing about that is Chris Pratt going to be a good Mario? I know we kind of teased it. How is he going to be a good Mario?
I don't think you can be, because it's like...
And who would be a good Mario?
That's a good question, because I don't think he'll be a good Mario, because I don't think the role facilitates a good Mario.
Yeah, I don't think anyone could be a good Mario.
The only person I think would be
Robert De Niro.
Yeah, a true Italian, like a person who's played many Italians.
Bring James Gandolfini back. If James Gandolfini did his Tony Soprano voice and that was Mario, I honestly think it was good.
You could just slot somebody in that's Italian, like purebred Italian, in there, and it'll work better than anybody else you could cast.
North Jersey dude, like Mike the Situation.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
That would be wild.
That's a throwback.
But I don't think he would be able to read the lines
and
on
Snooki's
the page.
Princess Peach.
It's a whole Jersey Shore Mario reboot.
They definitely did. That's definitely like a skit online, like a Smosh skit from like 2012, like
Mario Jersey Shore reboot.
Yeah.
That's a little too niche. I feel like we could do that.
I feel like that's honestly a thing online. I'd probably have to look that up. I'm gonna look that up afterwards.
Maybe. Search history is gonna be a bit.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
weird.
The recommendations I'm gonna get after this. So, but anyway, you wanna hit a little bit of football?
Sure.
So the game of the week was, at least for us, last week. So this was
week 2 of the NFL.
The Ravens played the Kansas City Chiefs, and it was awesome in my opinion.
Banger of a game of the year so far, in my opinion. There have been a lot of good games. I'll even recognize the Las Vegas Raiders-Ravens game as one of the games of the year so far as well.
Yeah,
just
crazy.
Because of how it ended.
Yeah, that was. We didn't get to talk about that because
it was a really good game too.
Yeah.
Like, sure we lost. And we can look back at it now, having beat the Chiefs, and be happy that we lost because we're not 0-2.
Happy that we lost.
Happy that we lost.
Not a big deal.
Yes, I was devastated after week 1.
Like, you could probably imagine we were going to be 1-1 after week 2.
Yeah.
Just not in this way.
No. It would have been completely different.
Yeah, I'd be like, we'll cream the Raiders, and then we'll
and
lose
to the Chiefs.
Chiefs.
If you told us we were beating the Chiefs, we'd be 2-0 in my mind. So,
yes, but you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
If you're like, after week 1, you'll be 1-1. It's like, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that. So now we just got to correct the ship.
Yeah, so let's talk about the game a little bit, and then I might want to do something. I want to try something.
Okay. You want me to hit it while you try to figure something out?
Yeah, go ahead.
So it was a rough start because Lamar Jackson threw a pick 6 on his, I think, second throw of the night or his third throw of the night. Either way, it was super early, and it was disheartening, very sad. Then it was kind of like a back and forth offensive, like we'd score, they'd score, we'd score, and it was, I think, 21-17 at half. So hope going in, and then the second half we couldn't tackle, and Byron Pringle and Travis Kelce scored 2 like 35-yard touchdowns that they caught on like a 10-yard route, and it was super frustrating because we couldn't catch them or tackle them. It was awful. So we were down like 34-24. We have 2 really good drives by Lamar, and we're down by 5, 35-30.
Yeah.
And then we score again. That was that good, like, long
was a
drive.
10-minute drive.
Yeah, in the fourth
amazing, but we left him too much time.
Yes. So they drive down the field because Patrick Mahomes can do whatever he wants when he puts his mind to it, which is a little frustrating. And then they decide they're, like, at the 35-ish yard line. They're like, okay, we're going to run the clock out because we wasted 2 of our timeouts in the beginning of the half.
Yeah.
So we're gonna run the ball.
Yeah.
Get into good field position, kick a game winner with no time left, and not put the ball back in Lamar Jackson's hand, which honestly is a great call.
Except I want to put one thing in. The fact that they take the ball out of Mahomes' hands, like it's the same with Lamar.
I was just about to say that, yeah.
You can't take the ball out of those 2 people's hands. If you take it out, you are throwing the game essentially.
Yeah.
But I mean, all you could do in that situation would be to kneel the ball then.
I think what they call, exactly, and that puts your kicker in a bad spot. Cause Harrison Butker's
a
good,
little bit
top
worse,
5 in the league probably.
Yeah.
But like you can't guarantee anything.
They were already
and then you
pretty
lose
much
is the
there.
thing, you know?
Yeah.
They were like at the 35, I think. It would have been like a 50-yarder, which is no guarantee in the NFL.
But technically, I mean, they were running up the middle, so like
they weren't trying to gain yards. They would have kept throwing it because they know him, but they were like, let's not risk it, which it's more risky to give it to your running back there than to have Patrick Mahomes
second-year running back too.
Especially with but he had never fumbled before. Clyde's Clyde Edwards-Helaire, I think is how it's pronounced. He had never fumbled ever in the NFL before.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, neither did I. And this was his first fumble because our rookie, who we got from a pick that we had gotten from the Orlando Brown trade to the Chiefs themselves, Odafe Owe, forced a fumble. It looked so easy.
Oh, yeah.
It looked
effortless.
I don't think CEH, I'm not going to say his whole name again, the Chiefs running back was even holding the ball that tight because it looked like he just was going to wrap him up or kind of get his hand in there.
Yeah.
Fell right out, and then Owe hopped right on top of it. It was an awesome play. He won Defensive Player of the Week.
Yep.
Not even rookie.
Literally just for that play. There's no doubt.
He also forced the interception too.
And he had a sack, a QB hit.
Yeah, but it was a great that sack that forced the interception from Tavon Young.
Yeah, that was
awesome.
Insane.
So he played insane this week.
Yeah.
And he deserved AFC Defensive Player of the Week.
Definitely deserved it, and I'm glad to see that he's doing well because
He's got me on Defensive Rookie of the Year watch too.
Yeah. Oh, he's top 3 probably right now.
Yeah, there's some good cornerbacks I know, Surtain and Samuel are doing well, and I think I know J.C. Horn just hurt his foot last night in the Panthers corner in the game last night.
Yeah. They lost a lot of people in that game.
Yeah, two big people. They're pretty much the Carolina Christian McCaffreys, which some players said they weren't, but that's no.
But you kind of expect it when they put him in for 60 snaps and throw the ball to him for 40 of them.
I want to ask you about the Panthers, but let's finish up with the game. So, because there was one more big play, so we get the ball left after the fumble, and we have 1:20 left, and they have all 3 timeouts. So we need to get a first down, pretty much.
Have to.
2 runs do nothing. We throw the ball on 3rd down in the middle of the field. Clock's running, so they use a timeout, but it's a yard short, so it's 4th and 1. And we don't punt, give it to Lamar. I'm sure if you're listening, you know this. And it was an awesome call. It's kind of awesome. Of course you called it.
Yeah.
In the moment, Matthew and I were watching it together, and we're both like,
what do we do?
Do you punt it? Do you run it? And then, you, once you're out of the moment and you're kind of calmed down, you're you're going to pump back to Mahomes.
After
probably,
what our defense has been doing.
You can imagine, the 5-yard line, the 10-yard line, in best case scenario. But, he doesn't need timeouts. He's going to get the ball down there in the field goal range. So, we had to do it.
Yeah, best way to put it is you need 1 yard to win the game or you need 80 yards of defense.
Which we didn't have 80 yards of defense.
No, we did not.
So, it was a great call. Yeah. It was it was probably the best Ravens game since, the Browns game last year was awesome.
It was 2 years ago. Oh, no.
The poop game.
Yeah, the poop game.
Yeah.
That was a really good game, but I think this one's already better than that. I think
it feels better, but last year was more exciting. I think.
Yeah, there was more to it. We were gonna lose we weren't gonna make the playoffs if we didn't.
Yeah, it was a good turnaround game.
I think the best game in recent history, Lamar history, is the 2019 Browns game where C.J. Mosley had the interception.
Oh, that was so
and then
much
we
fun.
Instantly bought tickets to the Chargers playoff.
That was the best feeling, I think.
That was amazing.
Because we were 4-5 when
4-2. No,
we weren't that good.
2 and.
I think we were 4-5 because then he went 7-2. That's too many games. that's 18 games.
What did he went 9-2, didn't he? I thought he
went 7-2.
Was it 7-2?
You keep riffing.
Yeah. So essentially, in 2019, the Browns played the Ravens, and we needed to win to get to the playoffs and knock the Steelers out, I think. And I think it was to win a wild card spot. It wasn't even to win the division. No, it was to win the division because the Chargers were a wild card spot.
Oh, that's true.
So the Browns were driving down the field. I don't remember exactly what the score was, but it was essentially their game-winning drive. They were going to make it to the end zone. They were going to win the game. And on 3rd or 4th down, I think it was 3rd down because it wasn't dire yet, Baker throws a pass over the middle, and C.J. Mosley, shout out the jersey I'm wearing.
Yes, sir.
C.J. Mosley intercepts it, clinches the playoff, clinches the division. And right then and there, me and Ian bought tickets to the Chargers playoff game in M&T Bank.
Yeah, within the
which we proceeded to lose in a terrible fashion.
But it was fun.
It was a lot of fun. In fact, I bought this jersey right after that game to go to the Chargers game, and then C.J. Mosley got traded right after the season. So sad there, but I'm still cheering for my boy C.J. He
on the Jets.
Yeah, he's on the Jets, and he's playing now, but he's been injured every other season since. Only played a few.
Well, he wasn't injured last year. He just opted out because of COVID. So
yeah.
I can't find this, but he came back and saved the season for us, and that was a good cherry on top to beat the Browns and get us into the playoffs. So because otherwise we weren't going in. But it was an awesome game this week.
Yeah.
Do you think the Panthers are for real? They're 3-0 right now.
That actually brings me to what I was going to do. I was gonna let you know. I want to go through the teams that are still 2-0, Panthers 3-0, because we've seen Thursday night already, and ask which ones are legit.
For real, yeah.
Which ones are frauds.
Cap or crap?
So we
no,
can start
that's
with the
two bad things.
Yeah,
I don't have a name for this.
Cap or crap, yeah. They're all going to be terrible. None of these are making it.
They're one or the other.
Which is actually
liars are awful.
One of my teams is 2-0. But let's start with the Panthers since you brought it up.
3-0.
I think they're real.
Who'd they beat? They beat the Texans, the Jets, and the Saints.
Yes.
But they have a super easy schedule from what I'm aware of, so they could easily be like, I think their first 8 games are super easy, so they could be like 7-1 or 6-2.
Yeah.
And that's, I mean, then you have to go like 2 and whatever for the rest and make the playoffs.
It's not hard, especially in their division, who they're playing. It's not hard. Plus, Sam Darnold looks really good.
They get 2 games against the Falcons, so chalk those.
Yeah. Put those as wins. Actually, the Falcons.
You know what I mean.
The Falcons could be good. I think you chalk every other win.
When do they first play the Bucs? Because I need to know that. Because that is when it's gonna be.
I don't know
that. If they win that, then I'm on the train. You know, I already like them.
I'm not gonna fall off the train if they lose against a good team. Only because I think Sam.
Oh, they're playing at the end of the season twice.
Oh no.
It's like a 15-7 or week 16-18, I guess now. That's how that works.
That's terrible.
So hopefully that doesn't ruin their playoff chances.
It probably will.
Who would have thought we'd be talking about playoff chances for the Panthers?
Pretty wild. I was kind of mad. I would have guessed they were 0-3 by this time, but
I would not have guessed that. But
no, they did play the Jets.
Yeah, I was gonna say they played the Jets.
I think they're legit.
So you said they're legit. I'm not gonna buy stock yet, but I'm not gonna sell. You know, I'm not like I'm wary on it, but I'm like I'm happy about it. But I won't.
Sorry, I think they really look like Joe Flacco Ravens.
They're 4th in that power rankings there, huh?
I don't know if this is actually ranked. I think it's just it definitely is. Yeah.
Wow. Cardinals at 3. Okay.
What are you talking about?
All right, fine. Let's move on.
They are rolling.
All right.
We'll get to
that. I think I'm gonna go halfway on the Panthers, which I know is not a popular thing to do.
I'm fair with that.
But if I have to choose one, I'm gonna buy.
I think Sam Darnold looks
just because that division's buns. I think
that's fair, but I think as a team they're looking a lot better than they did last year. So I
think maybe getting the Bucs at the end of the year is actually maybe a blessing. They had they had to play 4 extra games, man.
Start rolling, and then they can keep it up.
They're old too. They're the oldest team in the league.
True.
Average age is like 28,
but they get better towards the playoffs. So maybe they sit their starters.
Last year I think they did because they didn't have any cohesion as a team when Tom Brady came in and he whooped them in the shape. That's what my theory is. And then this year they're like old and tired.
They're probably gonna try in the playoffs. So let's just move back to the bottom of this power ranking list, all the way down to the Broncos at 2-0. They played the
Jaguars and
Saints? No, they haven't played the Saints. They played the Jaguars and the Texans.
No, they didn't play the Texans. Here's the undefeated teams, by the way.
I have 2 articles up. Let me see who they. Oh, the Giants and Jaguars.
Oh yeah.
I can just look here. Okay, so they played the Giants and Jaguars, which. I mean, what do you think about the Giants? That's what I'll ask you.
I think they're bad.
You do? Because I think they have potential. Actually, sorry, podcasters, but they're actually a losing team. They've never won, and I'd like to talk about that too if we can speed this up.
All right, give me the Broncos as a sell. I don't think. No, I'll buy them actually. You can see I'm worried.
I'll buy. Yeah, I'll buy, but kind of skeptical.
Yeah, I think I have to sell on some of these.
Yeah, 100%. I'm going to sell on a lot of these.
Okay.
Raiders. Are we buying or selling? They beat the Ravens and the Steelers.
Sell.
I'm selling as well.
All right, sell. They do this every year.
Yes. They shock.
They're like,
and all.
Could the Raiders be feisty this year?
And then
they'll lose.
They get to Game 7, and then you realize they're 9-7 after they lost 7 games in a row.
And they'll just miss the playoffs and be like, "What happened? I thought Derek Carr was so good. What happened?"
What happened? 9-8. Sorry.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Got to fix that. So.
Yeah, I think they beat 2 good teams. I think
they
deserved the wins.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Look, we lost that game more than they won that game.
We lost it.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Ravens, that is.
Ravens, yeah. The Steelers.
I think
Steelers just didn't play well. I don't think the Steelers are going to be that good.
Yeah. All right, let's get moving.
49ers. They played the Eagles and the Lions.
Sell.
I'm 100% selling on these guys.
You don't like the Niners anyway.
I think they're god-awful. I don't think they're actually that good. I think Deebo Samuel looks great. I think Garoppolo looks good.
Which is all you can say about Garoppolo.
But that's literally it for their entire team, in my opinion. Like, nothing else is good.
Yeah. Here you go. I got them. The Rams, the Bucks, and the Cardinals.
Cardinals. We'll go with the Cardinals.
I wonder where you are.
So the Cardinals have played the Vikings and the... Who'd they play
Titans.
This week? Titans.
They destroy the Titans.
Yes. They destroyed the Titans, and they had a good game against the Vikings. I am super high on the Cardinals. I have been this entire time. I said they're going to win this division, even though it's the hardest division in the NFL by far. So I am very much buying.
Buying far.
Yes.
When I say buy, I mean they're gonna make the playoffs.
Yeah.
That's a buy. Though.
Okay.
I don't think. I think they could be so much better if Cliff Kingsbury wasn't their coach.
Yeah, I
don't
mean,
like him.
I don't deny that, but I think
if they hired what's his face from the Eric Bieniemy, is that his name? Or
yeah,
Brian Dable from the Bills. Those are two different
Bieniemy's
people.
on the Chiefs.
Yeah, either if they hired Bieniemy as their head coach from the Chiefs, the offense coordinator, or Brian Dable from the Bills.
I don't know Dable, but I think they could use a head coaching change, but I think they also have holes. Like they have strong talent pools, but there's spots that are just empty. Like secondary, nobody's.
That's
really
what I'm saying.
Buda Baker.
Buda Baker. Fun name, but
that's all they got.
Rondale Moore looks awesome.
Rondale Moore looks really good.
Picked him up in fantasy.
Jealous that you picked him up in fantasy because I like the Cardinals so much, but I don't want to have too many on my team. So let's go to the Rams. I think the Rams are probably the best 2-0 team.
Big old buy. They're probably I would say they're top 2 in the NFL with the team they're playing this week. So that'll make it nice and easy to decide, I think.
Yeah, it's a little ironic that I say they're the best 2-0 team when the Cardinals are in the same division. I just said they're going to win the division, but
NFC West
I think they look better.
NFC West could send all 4 teams to the playoffs, and I wouldn't be shocked. So
yeah, I'd be shocked if the 49ers made it.
I am not. I would not be, honestly. That's the team. I'm selling on the fact that I don't think they're going to be as good as people think. For the Niners, that is.
Yeah, I don't think they are.
But I think they can make the playoffs still.
Yeah, I'm definitely buying the Rams, though. 100%. I think
so
they're the
good.
best. The Bucks, I think they are just under the Rams. Maybe even under the Cardinals, I'd say. So I'd be buying them still, but I'm wary. I'm wary towards the end of the season, and if they make the playoffs, which they probably will, I'm not wary at all.
I would. They're gonna make the playoffs. So if that's what buy means, buy. But I don't think they're gonna win the Super Bowl this year. I'm kind of like.
I don't think so either.
I think they're gonna make the NFC Championship game.
Yeah,
but
I got the 0-2 teams here, so we're gonna skip over to the losingest teams. We'll start off with the Colts. This is a nightmare.
So now, when we say buy and sell, do we mean buy as like they're bad or buy as
they're good? Okay. So like buying is still.
So we don't buy that the record. I feel like we should do the opposite.
No, you buy into the team. Like, yes, I'm buying into this team. Like, I'm putting stock in so that they do good.
The way I'm thinking of it is, like, do you buy that the Colts are an OT team and will be bad?
That's fair, but you don't say, do you sell that they're going to be good?
That's fair. So, okay, we'll do that then. If you buy, it's good. If you sell, it's bad.
Yes. So, I'm selling the Colts.
So you think they're going to be bad?
I think they're going to be bad. The only reason is Carson Wentz and their QB depth. They don't have anybody that's going to do well. I don't think Jacob Eason's going to do well. They have like 4 people in the depth chart. Nobody has any clue who's actually going to start. So
I'm going to give them a buy because I think that they play 2 very hard teams, and in the Seahawks and the other team they lost to, which is the
they talk about the Ravens.
Who did they lose to just last week? Oh, the Rams, because Aaron Donald broke both of Carson Wentz's ankle.
That was actually a pretty good game. I did not see that.
Carson Wentz sprained both of his ankles after an Aaron Donald tackle.
I did not see the.
Not funny because we don't laugh at injuries. But
I
really
heard
funny.
The injury, but that's one of the most unfortunate injuries.
Everyone in Indianapolis probably heard it. No, they were in. No, they were not in Los Angeles.
They were in Indianapolis. Yeah. They definitely were.
I buy them in the sense that I don't think they're like a bottom 10 team in the NFL. I don't think they're a bottom 7 team.
They have. Tough schedule.
How many undefeated or defeated teams, winless teams?
I think like 7.
I don't think they're a bottom 7 team in the NFL.
I would say they might be.
So that's a sell.
Yeah, definitely a sell for me.
I buy in that I think they just play 2 hard teams and they're gonna get better.
That's fair, but they have a really hard strength of schedule. That's all I'll say. They have 6 games up until they play us in like week 6. They're playing hard teams the entire time, so I feel bad. Next we have the Vikings, 0-2. They lost to the Bengals, and then they lost in a close game to the Cardinals, which they should have won.
Yeah, I'm going to buy them.
I'm so skeptical on the Vikings.
They lost by like 3 plays. They lost on a missed 37-yard field goal, and they played poorly on the 2-minute drill to get the Bengals into overtime.
Yes.
So, they could easily be 2-0, and we'd be talking about them selling them as a 2-0 team.
Yeah, but you kind of need to win those games. You know, they're losing them in a way that you need to win. Right. And it's kind of concerning because this has always been the concern with Kirk Cousins. It's like, does he step up? Primetime Kirk. All this stuff. He is not good in those situations. He was better last year. I'll give him so much credit. He was much better last year. But he is hot and cold every year. And so far, he's cold, in my opinion.
He's actually been one of the better quarterbacks.
Yes.
but not in leadership aspect.
No,
yeah, that's
he
fair.
is not. He's not the guy.
Dude, the Vikings have looked good for being an 0-2 team. They're probably the best looking 0-2 team in the league.
I had to see the other ones.
But anyway, let's.
Yeah.
I am buying them. I think they're going to be the second best team in the NFC North. Which is not saying much because that's a trash division. But I think, yeah. Do you need me to get mine back up?
Maybe. That article just stopped at the Colts. Okay, Jets. New York Jets.
Okay. Sell? They're bad, I think. I think they will be the worst team in the league, most likely. Let me hear it.
The Jets
this is like your third team, by the way.
Jets are my third team. They used to be my second team, but I love the Cardinals, and I've loved them. The Cardinals used to be my third team.
You picked up on them early. That's fair.
I picked up on both of them early. I would say early enough. The Cardinals were a little late.
Well, when you say early for the Jets, it's still early for the Jets.
Oh, yeah. You can pick up now and you'd be
you
early
can pick
for
up
the
in
Jets.
2 years and you might be picking up early.
Probably. So, I want to stick with my Jets. But
my Jets.
I don't think Zach Wilson will be good at all this season. This season.
That last game, I didn't see any of the highlights, but 4 interceptions is never good.
He was injured.
Yes.
Yes. But I'm not going to credit that on anything. I think he threw all 4 of those picks. It's all his fault. Now, I think he has the Sam Darnold effect where Sam...
Seeing ghosts, baby.
Was terrible.
Yeah.
God awful.
Adam Gase's fault,
and then he moves to Carolina where he has backup. Not even a lot of backup. He's got some backup. It's an average team. And he's doing well. He's doing Joe Flacco well.
I think that was Adam Gase's fault, not the New York Jets' fault. I think this is still early, and everyone's like, Zach Wilson, baby, gonna take us to the top. You have to have understanding of this rebuilding team to be like, okay, Robert Saleh is a good coach. Joe Douglas is a good GM. Zach Wilson might be a franchise quarterback. We got to figure it out.
We need 3
But we
years.
haven't built around him yet. Mekhi Becton's out, you know?
Yeah.
Elijah Vera Tucker is a rookie with Zach Wilson. They have no who's name 2 Jets receivers.
Corey Davis and Jamison Crowder, but he's out.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. Braxton Berrios. That's a guy.
I'm not naming that guy. I don't know
that sounds like one of those scary cereals that comes out. And over like Braxton Berrios. Berrios. So I wouldn't look into. I think sell the Jets this year, but that's not discounting how good they're going to be in the future.
I'm also selling the Jets.
I love Robert Saleh. I love Joe Douglas. The people I said, they're awesome.
Yes, I agree. Like I said, I think we need 3 years. I think we need 5 years. I think by the end of Zach Wilson's rookie contract, the Jets will be a team that you can talk about. Right now, and the foreseeable future, nobody's talking about the Jets. Yeah. So I'm selling as well.
That's fair.
Jacksonville Jaguars, 0-2. They lost to the Texans in week 1.
And the Bronx.
In week 2. They're 2 okay teams. I think they look better than they would have looked in the beginning, both the teams they lost to. But
I'm selling for one reason only, Urban Meyer. I think he's an awful coach. I thought he was an awful hire. I think he doesn't know what he's doing. I think he's an awful NFL coach, and I think he should not be in the league right now. I think there are probably like 50 more qualified candidates than him to be an NFL head coach, and he should be out of the league, and I want him to go to USC.
Okay, 1, I partially agree.
And I think he's going to ruin Trevor Lawrence. At least he's not going to be good while Urban Meyer is there.
Okay, I have a different opinion on that.
Oh,
2,
okay.
I think he got put into a shit situation. 3, I think...
Urban Meyer did.
Yes, Urban Meyer got put into a shit situation. I think Trevor Lawrence was always going to be bad if he's on the Jacksonville Jaguars.
That's fair.
If you put him on the Jets, he'd also be terrible. He'd be as bad as Zach Wilson is right now. Yeah. Which I think they're both equally bad, which is saying something.
It's hard to go on the worst team in the league.
So hard.
Even as the most important position and make it that much better.
Yeah.
Andrew Luck did it in 2012.
Which was amazing.
Well, he was drafted in 2012. I guess that means he did in 2012.
He was a starter
He
right
took
away.
the 2-14 Colts to I think a 10 or 11 win season.
I thought it was 9, but
they made the playoffs as well.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
Which is insane. Winning 7 games just because of you. Like they'll have spreads in the NFL and how they'll base it on players sometimes where they're like, oh, this guy's here. Like Aaron Rodgers was like a 5-win spread compared to Jordan Love. 7 wins is they never put that on a player. That is what actually happened with Andrew Luck. And to expect,
it's insane.
They keep saying that Trevor Lawrence is the best prospect since Andrew Luck, but you can't put those same expectations on him, which I did incorrectly, and I thought he would overcome Urban Meyer's incompetency. Yeah, I was wrong. Did you hear?
If I would have made a bold prediction, I would have said Trevor Lawrence was bottom 2 quarterbacks coming out of this NFL draft.
Out of the top 5, you mean?
Yes.
Because there's
Davis you're not counting Davis Mills.
Yeah.
No. Which
his neck is crazy, town.
Oh, it's hilarious. But if I were to make a bold prediction, I can't make it now because it's no longer a bold prediction. He's doing terribly so far. All I have to say is he is not the quarterback of the Jacksonville Jaguars, like the future quarterback. He is
Trevor Lawrence isn't?
No.
Wow.
He's
that
not.
is
He's
a bold
not.
prediction.
He's not going to be there.
It's bold prediction now.
Rookie contract ends. He's going somewhere else.
That's okay.
100%.
That's really interesting.
They're going to be a losing team the entire
time. Did you hear Urban Meyer said the Vic Fangio, the Broncos head coach, after the game was over?
No.
They were like exchanging pleasantries, and then they were talking about like tough game and all that, and Urban Meyer's like, yeah, it's like playing Alabama every week.
Oh my God, that is the worst statement you could actually say.
I'm like, I can't believe an NFL coach said that, man. That is the stupidest.
That points out how trash college football scheduling is, though.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You should be playing Alabama every week.
Like, that's why college football's stupid to me. I won't get into that right now.
To be fair, I'm giving them credit because they are moving to that. They are moving the conferences quick.
Yeah. There's gonna be 4 major conferences in the future, like Big Ten, Pac-12.
I'm glad Maryland's in a big conference because I was scared they were gonna get cut.
Maryland was. I think they're probably play tonight or tomorrow.
Yeah.
So
no, they're doing great. So
3-0, knock on wood, bud.
Yeah, knock on wood.
Go Terps. Talia Tagovailoa. That's it. All right, let's keep going.
New York Giants. I wanted to talk about these guys because I have strong opinions. Bye. I'm on buy train for these guys.
That's fair because they're in the NFC East.
Daniel Jones is looking very good.
That's fair.
I will give it to him. He's proven us wrong.
Is that Darius Slayton that dropped that touchdown pass?
Yes.
Darius Slayton doesn't drop that touchdown pass, and he doesn't get that holding call in his run, which was a phony holding call. He has great stats that game.
Oh, yeah. He would have put up insane stats if both of those counted. So I think he's doing well. I think he's doing much better than he's ever done before. I think he has
a low bar to clear.
Yes. I think
that's
he
like
has
the equestrian bars they have miniature show poodles jump at those.
Yeah.
That's the bar Daniel Jones had to clear
jumping over
of his last 2 or 3 seasons. Yeah.
I think he has better depth on the team. I think he has a better team around him, and I think Saquon Barkley regressed, but I don't think I don't think they need him. I don't think they need him anymore because Daniel Jones stepped up, which I'm glad to see, but it's way too long. It took him way too long to do that.
I mean, he's surrounded with so many good things except for an offensive line, and they even tried to do it.
Even then they're okay now. They're not terrible anymore.
Not good.
They're not the worst.
They have a player the Ravens were going to cut as a
yes.
Well, that was because of injury, but
But he was practice squad.
Yeah,
he was Ravens practice squad, and they signed him.
We have traded for him.
We got the trade for him.
They didn't just sign him; they traded for him.
Yeah, we were gonna release him.
Anyway, I am selling on the Giants. I think they're the worst team in the NFC East. I used to think it was the Eagles, but the Eagles have looked pretty good so far.
Yeah, I'm buying. Atlanta Falcons 0-2. This one's tough.
Sell.
I'm also selling.
Matt Ryan has looked like the worst quarterback in the league. Have you seen any of his throws?
No, because I don't want to watch.
Well, Ben Roethlisberger has looked like the worst quarterback. No, he's not.
No, but I could see the comparison being drawn between them.
Matt Ryan looks really bad.
I can see that as well.
He's got the lowest average depth of target in the league. It's 3 yards as his average depth of target.
I remember seeing that. Yeah, he's way low.
And that's insane. The lowest normally I think is 6. That's
they're throwing.
He's not throwing anything. He's
done.
Awful.
And he's stuck. Well, the Falcons are stuck. Sorry, it's not Matt Ryan. He's not stuck. He's happy.
They could have taken Justin Fields, man.
They
instead of Kyle Pitts.
If they didn't, they are absolutely screwed. The Falcons are the new Jets. They are done for 10 years.
Yeah,
they will not come back from this.
You know what would have been nice? In my head, the way the NFL works, if I wanted. Now I'm thinking about it. So normal top 3 for the draft, the same picks. It's Trevor Lawrence. Who was second?
Trey Lance.
No, Zach Wilson, then Trey Lance.
Yeah.
And then Justin Fields goes to the Falcons.
Yeah.
Who was 5th?
Who's the other guy? Mac Jones. Mac Jones goes last.
Yeah, Mac Jones still go late. But then Kyle Pitts ends up on the Dolphins, and I think Tua and Kyle Pitts is a good situation.
I would love that. I like the
Mike
Dolphins
Gesicki's
on my
good.
team.
Yeah, but the Dolphins having Kyle Pitts compared to Jamar Chase is good, but I think having a bigger bodied shirt.
They have Jalen Waddle.
Sorry, that's what I meant. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So anyway,
confirming.
Yes,
I'd agree. But again, they have Matt Ryan for 2 years. After this, right? Or is it 1 year after this?
I think it's 2 years.
I think it's 2 years, which is. I'm so sorry, Atlanta fans. You are not getting out of this hole.
Yep.
Like I said, 10 years probably. You're not drafting well. You're gonna waste a lot of talent. Yeah. Kyle Pitts is going to hell.
Ridley.
Not going to hell. Sorry.
Yeah.
He's going. Yeah. Sorry, Kyle. I didn't mean it.
Calvin Ridley's getting his prime wasted.
I'm sorry. Yeah. I have him in fantasy. I mean, he's getting some points, but Matt Ryan's not throwing.
Last team is the Lions.
Yes, the Lions.
Big old buy on the Lions. I love how they're playing. I think they're playing hard. I thought Dan Campbell was the worst hire. Dude, honestly, they needed that. They needed that dirty, grimy, right. Win in the trenches kind of football coach.
Yeah.
Because Matt Patricia was the most passive piece of garbage, I think, who's ever put on a headset in the NFL
I want
as
to
a
see
coach.
some coach rankings from that year, like his last year.
He's so
he
bad.
He had to have been like.
I can't believe the Pats took him back. I mean, he's probably a better coordinator.
Did they?
Yeah, I think he's back on there now.
Wow.
So
that is wild.
I think Dan Campbell is a leader of men. I think that's what they needed. I think he's corny as hell sometimes, but I think he's I think he is what that team needs. And when I say buy, I mean they're gonna win 5 games this year. Is that fair?
Yes.
Because I thought they were gonna win 3 games
we're not
this
buying
year.
these 0-2 teams to make it to the playoffs.
Never.
We're buying them to do well.
Colts are the only team I could possibly see it just because they're in a bad division.
I'm a dummy.
Oh, that's bad. But let's not get into it.
I'm gonna sell still only because I hate Jared Goff.
Yeah.
I absolutely hate Jared Goff, and that's literally it.
I think it looks better than I thought he would.
Yes, he's making the Lions better.
He still makes stupid decisions. Okay, he's not making them better than Matt Stafford is, in my opinion.
It's also a new coach.
Yes. And
I have no clue if that would have done something else.
New game named 2 receivers on the Detroit Lions.
That one's Brashad Perriman's on it still, right?
Nope, he got cut. Which is tough in this receiving room. Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Oh wait, what's the guy like? It's like
Quentin Cephas.
Cephas, yeah, Cephas.
T.J. Hockenson, if that counts.
No, that doesn't count. I know him.
Amon-Ra St. Brown was their 4th round pick from this year. Yeah, he's Equanimous St. Brown's brother.
Equanimous St.
You know him? He's
I know
Packers.
him.
Yeah, he's on the. I think he might have gotten boosted, but he's normally on the practice squad for the Packers.
Yeah.
So anyway, those are the teams. So we seem pretty evenly split in terms of like where we think these teams are going. That's good because we don't want to buy all the 2-0 teams and sell all the 0-2 teams. Like that's not the split we want. So it'll be interesting to see how they go because
I'm excited.
It's so easy to overact this early, especially if you're a fan of the team. If we were 0-2 as the Ravens right now, I'd be like,
we're done.
Yeah,
Season's over. I thought the season was over after 1 loss. So
I thought the season was over after that pick 6 Lamar threw. I was like, I want to go to bed just because I thought that was the loss. Well, that's what I'm saying.
I think
I did lose faith.
That made the game so much more fun because
it did.
It made it.
In hindsight, though.
Yes,
you can't say
in
that
hindsight,
like,
yes,
yeah,
100%.
Baby.
It made it like we have nothing to lose.
Mm-hmm.
We are going to lose the season if we lose this game. If we win this game somehow, this is going to be the best win of all time.
That was awesome.
And we won.
Yep.
So
and that was true.
That was hindsight best feeling ever. Yeah. I just didn't say a word. I just sat there. When we got touchdowns, I was like, all right, we got a touchdown.
All right. We've talked about football for 30 minutes, so
yes.
Maybe we should make this a football podcast from now on.
I know. I mean,
no, we shouldn't, but we definitely
we do
in the NFL season.
Football,
yeah, maybe that would be it.
I mean, we kind of have to.
I feel like we have good commentary on it.
Yeah.
You tell us, all our fans.
yeah. Let us know. Well, maybe we put a poll on Twitter.
Yeah,
and we do some social media interaction.
That might make me sad if I put a poll on Twitter.
They're gonna say no, and then we're gonna be like, okay, well,
the 3 people will vote no.
Yeah, it's gonna be us voting yes, 2 people voting yes.
Yes, exactly. So do you want to hit one recommendation for each of us?
Sure.
Okay, and then we'll wrap it up.
I won't go with a recommendation. I'll go with more of a movie corner, hit real quick.
Yeah.
I finished season 2 of The Wire, which was very good. I looked up The Wire rating by episode, and there was this one episode where I cried the entire hour. I'll admit it. I cried the entire hour.
Nothing wrong with that.
It was so good. Season 2, episode 11. For those who have seen it,
are there 13 episodes?
12.
12. Okay.
So it's one big episode and then a like cleanup episode afterwards.
We were talking about like Game of Thrones kind of.
Yes, yeah. It was just so good. Like, I looked at the ratings and I was like, man, that definitely deserves the score it got. It was so much higher than anything else in season 2. It was just bang, hit you like a truck. Everything else was not as good as that.
That's me.
And I looked at the ratings and it was just about as good as season 1. And then I look over to season 3, 4, and 5, and every episode is about where that episode is on the rating scale, which means season 3, 4, and 5 are as good as the best episode, in my opinion, so far.
Yeah.
Which is great to hear.
Mm-hmm.
I'm already started season 3. I'm liking it. It's going back to its roots, so it's super fun. So yeah, I'd recommend The Wire.
I'm gonna watch it eventually. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, 100%.
I want to catch up on some quick shows that I haven't had a chance to.
This is a long one.
Speaking of that, Ted Lasso. I have recently just binged through the entire thing. I think I watched it in probably a week and a half. like I was watching season 2, episode 9 yesterday, and I'm like, there's 10 episodes of season, so I'm like, cool, I'll just watch episode 10 now and finish up. And it hadn't been released yet.
Oh my god!
I caught up, and I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
So it's so good. It's very emotional, and it's funny in the sense like Jason Sudeikis is just such a lovable guy. Yeah, he's a sweetheart in this, and it's a feel good comedy in a sense. So I'd recommend it. We just got my mom just paid for Apple TV. I don't want to say we got it, but
we did.
Yeah, it's a mistake, but I'm thankful for it. Yeah, I'm not.
What's the fact that I don't think I can use it?
No, you can. I can use it on my PC. So
okay,
that's where I'm watching it. Yeah.
Use my PC.
It's a pain in the butt though to get onto it though. It's a weird online version.
Apple tries to make it hard for you to do things outside of your iPhone, Apple device, Apple devices. So
yeah, I've never watched it on my phone, but it is annoying on my PC. It took me like I didn't watch it the first day because I couldn't figure it out. Like, this is stupid.
This is so dumb.
I'm not watching this stupid show anymore. Yeah, but Ted Lasso is awesome.
That reminds me of Brooklyn Nine-Nine, similar situation where I binged the entire show in a week and a half, but it is 7 seasons long.
That's insane.
And I just watched so many episodes a day. I was flying through it. Season 8 was announced, but was going to be released like in 2 weeks from when I started, and I was like,
once or like episodically.
Okay. So I was
I love saying episodically.
So I was following along, and I was like, when I get there, season 8 will probably be done and fully released, and I can just watch the whole thing. I got there with a week left. I think it was like 2.5 weeks until it came out. I got there with a week left until season 8 episode 1 even came out.
It's impressive.
And I was like, man, I'm done. I'm not watching this show.
Anymore,
Now my friends have already finished season 8, and I'm like, I want to watch The Wire.
Yeah, that's fair. That's
and it takes so long.
That's why I love The Sopranos, but I had to finish it out. Like everyone's like, my mom's like, watch Ted Lasso. It's so funny. I'm like, no, I have to finish The Sopranos. All right, we'll never go back. I still haven't watched season 2, episode 9 of episode 10, the season finale of Westworld. I watched all up to it, and then I stopped. And I'm like, I don't want to watch it.
I watched half of season 2.
Yeah.
And I was watching episodically, and I was like,
it's annoying.
It's like, I'm like, this is way too much work to wait that long.
What happened? Yeah, and I forgot about it.
Watching The Wire, it gets like, I fully understand why it takes people so long to watch some shows, because shows like that, when they're not 15-minute episodes and they're not dramas and like emotional roller coasters,
and you have to pay fully attention to
it. You have to watch it and pay attention. You're fried if you watch more than 2 episodes. Like, it's tough.
Yes,
and I'll give him credit, because this has taken me like 2 seasons. It's taken me a month.
We call my friend Bradley the Netflix king because he loves binging through shows real fast. I don't really get how he does it. Like I started watching Sopranos, and then he did, and I was like on season 5 episode. I was on like, oh, he's like, where are you at? And I'm like, oh, season 5 episode something.
Yeah.
And I'm like, where are you? He's like, oh, season 2 episode 11. I'm like, dang, you watched that fast. And then he sent me a meme from season 6 while I was on season 6. I'm like, how did you get there so fast?
What are you doing?
I'm like, you're insane. He's like, no, I just really like it. I'm like, I like it too, but I have things to do, man. I can't just sit and whatever.
Yeah.
But
especially with my schedule right now, watching hour-long episodes is not fun, because I'll get home, I'll watch an episode of The Wire, and I gotta go to bed.
Yeah, like, it's over now, huh?
I'm like, I can't even watch another one.
It is a
little
depressing.
Do, it's way past my bedtime.
Yeah, it is sad. We could wrap up, but I want to bring an episode of my kids say the darndest things from being a teacher. I was drinking my mug, and I'm like, oh, someone said something funny to me today. So I was doing this project with my 7th graders, and it's a science in the news project that we were doing, where I wanted them to look up stuff in the news that had to pertain to science, write a little like PowerPoint presentation about it, then turned in. It was pretty easy. And I was asking them how they felt about the news. I was like, what do you guys think about the news? As like 7th graders didn't say that, but I was like, they're like, oh, like we don't watch it. It's boring. It's for old people. And I was like, I agree. Like, I don't watch it. And I was like, the only time I ever see it is like when I'm on Twitter or when I'm at the gym. And one of my students goes, you go to the gym, Mr. Taylor? And I was like, mm-hmm. And they're like, for how long? And I was like, 5 years now. They're like, doesn't look like it. And I was like, what do you
roasted?
I was like, what do you mean? It doesn't look like it. I was like, I am fit. I am
truth,
happy with my 7th graders.
They're not gonna tell you a lot.
I'm like, I was in the gym today, just like, I'm benching it out,
maxing everything.
Yeah,
just,
and I'm like,
that's hilarious.
But I had to lose weight, and I was skinny for a while, and I would just keep losing weight, and then I gained muscle. So I've only been trying to gain muscle for a little bit now.
All you got to do is ask them, have you gone to the gym?
Yeah, yeah.
Do you know what
I'm
it's
like, yeah,
like?
you're 7. You're 12 years old, so
Yeah.
shut up.
Yeah, shut up.
I'm 11, so shut the. Anyway, that is what happened to me today as a teacher. So
that's fun.
brings me back every single day.
Yeah,
I'm like,
I
can't
don't
wait
get-
for a 7th grader to roast me.
Yeah, I don't get as many of those fun interactions at my work.
It is fun. When I make a mistake, there's like. You ever like you're in a group chat with the boys and you mistype something and they just like send it back like mistype like a million times.
Yeah.
Like Nick, our friend Nick did your friend too.
Wow.
But we played this game called Pokemon Unite, and one time Nick was like, anybody want to play Pokemon Untie tonight? And now we don't call it anything except for Pokemon Untie. Like Untie. So when I do that in school, like or when I'm teaching, I'll like because I talk for like 4 hours a day.
Yeah.
And I'm eventually bound to slip up, and they're just like I'll be able to say a word wrong, and they'll just say it back. Like 5 different kids will say it, and I'm like, you little. Like,
I'm gonna get you for this.
Yeah, one day.
You're not getting a pizza party at the end of the year.
Yeah, with the, like 32 individual slices.
Yeah,
on
you're
pizza.
not getting a 32nd of a slice of pizza at the end.
And you're gonna like it. Anyway,
little behind the scenes before we end the show. Sorry if you were gonna continue there, but I figured that was a good sneak in. Little behind the scees, I was trying to send a timestamp to Ian just so I had it for reference when I edit the podcast, and I almost sent it to my drumline instructor with 58 minutes the kids say the darndest things, and I was like, whoo, that was close.
That's funny. I didn't know that was
Yeah,
That's funny.
I was like,
because I sent you the timestamps early when I thought we were just gonna end up with recommendations.
And the last person I texted was my drumline instructor, so
good. That would have been
fun. He's a cool dude, so I would have been able to explain it. He also knows about the podcast.
You're never drumming for me again.
Yeah, you are no longer in the drum line.
Yeah,
you are out.
He like takes your like little patches off your neat little hat.
Yeah. Takes the Shaco off.
It's our first hour podcast, maybe ever.
No,
in a while. In a while though.
I think it was like 2 weeks ago.
I don't believe you.
I'm pretty sure the last one we did was an hour and 40 minutes.
I'll look later, but we've already gone
over
over
right
this.
after this.
Yes, but anyway, thank you so much.
Put some money on it.
No.
$10 the last 3 episodes. We had an hour-long episode.
You're the one who edits them, so I'm scared to put money on that.
I probably know better.
Yeah.
I mean, I could be wrong.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna say.
I feel like you are wrong, but I'm not $10 confident. So anyway, thank you so much for listening, everybody.
Yes.
We thank you for taking time out of your day just to listen to us babble about stupid nonsense. It means a lot to us.
Yes.
So we thank you for that. You can follow us on Instagram at Brothers Whimm, same Twitter, same username, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess
handle.
That's it. Yeah. We're on YouTube if you want to watch us on our pretty little faces. The Brothers Whimm podcast. You can email us at an email account that I'm not positive it is.
At brotherswhim@gmail.com.
Yeah, see? Set you up for failure. And I think that's it. That's all we got. Thank you for listening. We should be posting weekly, knock on wood, things happen.
Don't expect it. That's all I'll say.
I would say you're lucky if we get one every 2 weeks.
50-50.
Yeah.
50-50 if an episode comes
Which
out.
is, you always love to hear that when you're, like a faithful listener. You're like,
yes.
oh, I'm going to listen every week. And you're like, well, we'll see when we're going to do it.
Listen, this is, you know what you're getting into when you listen to this podcast,
Inconsistency.
It's scuffed. Yeah, it's scuffed. It's not, it's not a production here. We're not working for a company, so we do it on our own time. This is for fun.
You're going to work for free for us and do all our editing.
Yeah, if you want to,
then
you can scream at us all you want and tell us to record a podcast every week.
Yeah, we'll take it.
Yeah.
But
you're not getting paid.
No, it's an internship. Good. It's good for your resume, though.
Exposure.
Yeah. So thank you all for listening. I've been Ian.
And I've been Matt.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Boy. Everybody.
Bye. Okay, bye.
Can you hear our parents like shuffling around?
No.
I think our dad's dropping bowling balls.
Okay, bye.
No, but for real this time, see ya.
Okay.
All right, we're trying to get over an hour 5 minutes now, so we're just gonna riff.
Yeah.
Gonna scat a bit.
All right, so we're just gonna outro.
And bye.
Cut.